Hello everybody, and welcome back to the course. Today we're going to be doing lesson 13 out of 15 on definitions. So let's get straight into it. Today's lesson is pretty short. So what do you need to know? First of all, in a definitions question, you're going to be asked to define what a select word means in the context of the passage. Okay, so knowing the tone and the idea is very important because that way you can use context. Context is one of the best tools that you can use in order to find the meaning of a word if you don't already know what it means. And of course, knowledge of many words is very helpful, as well as understanding word affixes, because those help you understand the words better. Those help a lot. Like, for example, if you know what the prefix is, then it'll help you realize that this word might have something to do with before. Okay? So, being generally knowledgeable with words and how they work is very helpful. So, let's read this. The following text is adapted from Oscar Wilde's 1895 play The Importance of Being Earnest. Cicely, have we got to part? Algernon, I'm afraid so. It's a very painful parting. It is always painful to part from people whom one has known for a very brief space of time. The absence of old friends one can endure with equanimity, but even a momentary separation from anyone to whom one has just been introduced is almost unbearable. As used in the text, what does the word endure most nearly mean? So that's this word right here. The absence of old friends one can endure with equanimity, but even a momentary separation from anyone to whom one has just been introduced is almost unbearable. So using context, we can try to figure out what endure means, okay? So right after it says but, that's a transition word that means we're switching ideas. But even a momentary separation from anyone to who you have just been introduced is unbearable, okay? So, the contrast to that, old friends versus people you've just been introduced to, you can endure, okay? So, if leaving short friends is unbearable, and that's the opposite of leaving old friends, what could we guess endure means? So that would be the opposite of unbearable, okay? So that would be C. That would be C right here. Okay? So the absence of old friends you can tolerate, but separation from someone you just met is unbearable. Okay? Makes a lot of sense, right? So that's the only one we have today. Okay? I couldn't really find any more than that, but let's just go into our final tips. Of course, continue the tone and flow of ideas. Use context to deduce the definitions and choose the best answer. If you're unsure, choose the best answer which would support the first two steps. Would continue the tone and, use your context the best you can, okay? So this one is very straightforward, all right? And obviously with practice, you can learn a lot. So maybe the best thing you could do here is probably read a book where you don't really know what the words mean and figure out what they mean on your own, okay? This will give you a lot of experience with determining unknown words. And it's a very helpful tool that you can have on the SAT too, with other questions on the tests where you might not know the definition of some words, okay? So thank you for watching this video. Hope it helped you a lot. Please subscribe. It helps me make more free videos for you all, and good luck on your SATs in the future.